All right, to a Fox News alert. The accuser at the center of the infamous 2006 Duke Lacrosse rape case just admitted to making the whole story up.
Chanley Painter is here with the details. Hey, Chanley.
Hey, good morning. That's right. It was a huge national story back in 2006 when Crystal Mangum falsely accused 3 Duke Lacrosse players of raping her while she was performing as a stripper at a team party in March of that year.
This is ridiculous.
And now, more than 18 years later, she is finally admitting that she lied about it all, saying this, quote, "I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't, and that was wrong. And I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me."
Okay, first things first. See, this is the problem that we have in America, well, even all across the world, where some people can lie on people and just feel that they're going to get away with it. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You know, I do remember that. I mean, 2006, of course, I was alive. I was an adult at the time. And I was a bouncer in 2006. I was trying to become a bus driver. And this was national news. I remember seeing them in court, and I was like, yo, if this happened, they gonna go down. But they did not really get anywhere, which was good. And now as we find out here, 18 years later, that she just said, oh yeah, I falsely testified. No. You were going to really ruin 3 men's lives. And this is why us men, we have to be very careful what we do. I know you want to have fun and everything, this, that, and the third, but have to be careful, because when these women see that they can possibly get some shillings from you, they will, I'm not even going to say they will do it, but certain people who have nefarious intentions will try to make your life a living hell. And that's what she did to those 3 men.
I made up a story that wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and from God. The 46-year-old.
No, she said, and not from God. She didn't say and from God, because God knew her ass was lying. She wanted validation from people. This was before the age of the blow up of social media. So she could have got that damn validation on social media. But no, she wanted to get the validation of people because her funky ass was a stripper and doing all types of crazy stuff. And it's sad. It's sad. Now, I don't know why she was stripping and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't want to know. But it's very sad to see and to hear these things. It's just crazy, guys. Crazy. Damn.
Also apologized to the 3 Duke players who were all found innocent of the crimes and later sued the university after their case was dismissed in 2007, reaching an undisclosed settlement. And the prosecutor on the case, Mike Nafon, was later disbarred for lying in court and withholding DNA evidence, which ultimately absolved the young men. And at the time, Magnum was not prosecuted for perjury due to questions about her mental health, but she is currently behind bars serving time after a jury convicted her of second-degree murder in the stabbing death of her boyfriend in 2013.
Whoa! I didn't know that. Her ass is in jail. See? God don't like ugly. You lied on those 3 white boys and tried to put them in jail. And what happened? God said, nah, I'm not done with you. And now your ass is serving whatever amount of years she said. I forgot. Damn.
With her admission, Mangum says, Mangum could not be charged, with perjury because of the statute of limitations, of course, in the state of North Carolina. Guys, back to you.
That's right. We knew she wasn't. We knew she was lying. She got caught lying, but we haven't had her admission. But you pointed out something about her background.
Yeah, I think Chanley just mentioned it. She's serving prison. She's in prison for murdering her boyfriend.
Yeah. Right, so she's not.
She is, and Chanley mentioned that she cannot be held liable in North Carolina because of the statute of limitations. It's only 2 years. Chanley also mentioned the DA. Remember Nifong? He was on the news all the time, and shortly after the players were charged, he said, "There is no doubt about this being a sexual assault that it took place, and he said it was racially motivated. And then
I do remember that. Oh man, I remember that. I was like, oh yes, there was 3 big Duke Lacrosse white guys that took advantage of the small black woman. I remember that. And I was like, damn, yo, if that's true, that's crazy, yo. That's crazy. But then as I further listening to the story and stuff like that, I was like, this just don't seem right. But you see, for me as a young black man, I was like, listen, I don't want to have nothing to do with that's them. You know, hopefully nothing like that ever happens to me. It's just crazy, but this is wild, man. I remember the crocodile tears. Crocodile tears. Look, man.
when he was disbarred because he withheld DNA evidence that would have helped the players, but that never came out.
People have a right to come forward with their allegations, and I think we should litigate them in court. But there has to be a severe penalty when people go out there and just make up stuff, lie, and destroy people's lives.
It has to be.
You know,
I agree 100%.
Was she 80-something? The lady that falsely accused Emmett Till of it. She was 80-something, and she finally admitted that she was lying. And people were like, she shouldn't stand trial for that. Absolutely. I don't care what age you are. When you finally reach your conscience of wanting to tell the truth about a situation, you should be prosecuted. There should be severe penalty. These guys are never going to have their lives back. The damage has been done.
And reframe it.
Facts. 100% right. I agree with him 100%. I agree 100%. That old lady should have been tried. Like, yeah, get your old ass on trial. Oh my God, I'm too old. No, face jail. Face jail. Because Emmett Till died because of your funky ass. You know, and that's why men got to be very careful out there. Women too got to be very careful. People in general, please be careful out there. It is very, very ridiculous. It's crazy, the things that's going on. This is why I just tell men, like, listen, guys, when you're in college, keep your head on a swivel and just go and be serious on what you're trying to do. You can have your fun out of college. You don't need to have your fun with a lot of your friends and this, that, and the third. Be serious, do what you gotta do, get the hell out of there, because you never know what could happen to you. It's really, really crazy. Guys, I want to take this short break. Thank you for watching my videos. I ask you to like, make some comments, and to subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate it. I'm a new YouTuber and I'm trying to grow. And I'm trying to reach over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours so I can become monetized. But I can only do it with your help. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. Let's get back to it.
Emmett Till, he was killed by he was killed by.
He was lynched. He was 14 years old. Was falsely accused by a woman, and later on in her life, I think she just died like a year ago. She was in her 80s. She finally came forward and said it was not true. So there's consequences. Now, I'm not saying this is the same in his way because no one was lynched, but their lives were destroyed as well. So there has to be consequences for that. If it's true, let it be litigated in court. I just hope this is a cautionary tale for the media. Don't just run with allegations.
You just reminded me too, you know what did happen? The coach got fired.
Yes.
Immediately, and he ended up going to another school in Rhode Island, Bryant, and revitalizing that program. But he was considered one of the lead coaches. John Danowski, a fantastic coach, went down there with his son, and they restored the program. But essentially, he gets fired. They find out it's all a lie. Those kids, young, graduate. They can't get jobs, and now they don't want this on their resume. They're hoping their name's not picked up. But this is
good news for them.
That's why, I mean,
this is why I say, men, please understand the consequences of being with certain women or being around certain women or being around certain people, period. Because those 3 Duke Lacrosse players, I don't know about them. I don't know if they're working. I don't know what they're doing in life. And now this has came out, and now they can be somewhat vindicated in this, but it's still a bad situation all around. And this is why men, we have to be in our kids' lives. We have to teach them certain things, especially fathers. I have a young son. He's about to be 15 next month. I try to teach him a lot about the way the world works. I try to let him know that, listen, you have to be very careful how you're going around in this world, because people can accuse you of something, people can talk about something, and if they tarnish your name, it's game over. It's game over. So you have to be very, very careful out here. So I have to say, my white brothers, my Indian brothers, my Latino brothers, Asian brothers, please be safe. And my black brothers too, please, brothers in general, please be very, very careful out here. And to the ladies too, my beautiful sisters, you know I love y'all. I love all types of shades. I don't care about the race. I love y'all. You know, I can be a simp sometimes. I can trick off and I can take y'all to Waffle House or Red Lobster or White Castle or Wendy's or something. I may joke about that, but this is a very serious situation. You gotta be very careful out here. Please, parents, be in your kids' lives so that they don't have to go down paths like this. That woman there who was a stripper, I wish that she wasn't a stripper at that time. I wish she could have gone a different road, but you know what? She went that road. She accused these men. The men were found not guilty, but I believe that the case was dismissed because of some type of settlement. I don't think they were found not guilty. It was dismissed and they had to still pay. But she, because of her life, went down a spiral turn, and then she ended up smoking her boyfriend. So you have to be very careful out there. Please, please, please be careful.
Not to make this about God, but the 10 Commandments, he tells us not to do these things to prevent us from hurting ourselves and hurting other people. Says not to lie, not to cheat. There are consequences for these actions.
And you know what she did? At the same time as she admitted that she made up the story, which destroyed their lives,
right,
she is asking those 3 young men to forgive her.
She is asking for
Well, yeah, we can forgive, but not forget.
That's right.
The
That's
captain of the
right.
team is
That's
actually
right.
from
Preach.
my town. And I remember the whole family was like, we will.
Preach, preach. I'm gonna say this. I like Fox and Friends. And the reason why I like Fox and Friends, they got that black guy there. He's like the balance. Because sometimes Fox, I'm gonna be very honest, sometimes Fox can swing way too conservative for me. All right. And as an independent, I like to, you know, go right down the middle. And I like this black guy. I really, really do. And I like the lady in the green. You know, she probably married and everything. You know, I'll take her to White Castle. That's what I would take her. Get her like 3 or 4 cheeseburgers, and I'll get some bacon cheeseburgers and stuff like that. And if she say, oh, why can't I get bacon cheeseburgers? I'll say, well, I can't afford 6 bacon cheeseburgers, so you got to take the cheeseburgers, and I'll take the bacon cheeseburgers. But that's beside the point. I really, really like how, like what he said about Emmett Till and connecting it to these Duke Lacrosse players, because that old white lady lied, which caused Emmett Till to just have a horrible death. And may him please rest in peace. We are talking about you, my young brother, because we want to make sure that people never forget the injustice and the crime that was done against you. And the crime that has been done against these 3 lacrosse players, maybe they will forgive her, but they damn sure not going to forget. And we are not going to forget either.